Come on, sir. Come, sir. No sweat. Lower clerk, sir. All right, we're live already. I think it's 12, though. I don't think we got everything, got stuff lit. The water too, sir, for early. The water. Yeah. Oh, for them. I'm talking straight kids. Yes, sir. Sorry. Shalom. So, that one, so we need to- so, oh, so- Yeah, I've been up there. I'll sit right there. I'll sit right there right now. See what y'all do, just like, I'll sit Good to see you. But not that. Come. He's coming. She said. Corral.
See you on that stage. Why you ain't get on that stage?
I'm going. I'm just trying to make it.
I was waiting for you to work. I had seen you. I said, look at him. And you said, Lord, okay. Oh, yeah. Shalom. Kelly, you can sit anywhere on this side. You can sit anywhere on this side. Shalom, gentlemen. All right, this is just for the people up here on stage. I'm not.
Yeah. I
do. Right, this is for everybody in here. Okay, when I say Imani, let me say Imani, which means to stand. Wapaya, Akwadam, which means rise and face the east, or face this way. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer in the English, Hebrew, then in the English. The Lord's Prayer. Abinah. Shema Shemai. Wadah. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malak Mafka. Sama'ah. Mitzayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ma'aratazah. Nawah. Hayah. Shemai. Mathunga now. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Masalakna. Kamatna. Kasalakna. Kamatna. Mala'ah. From your ayana, from the side once, a ball, from a shina, a gun, ride, a gun, the cup, from a lockboard,
And in the end, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom, thy will come. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
Not
Deliver from evil. Thine is the kingdom. This is Hakat, the power, and the Hebrew first. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh. Babakusha. Nathalanah. Hakat. Word for us. Come to Allah. We're called one another. Hakat. That's a heart. I'm a Tazarayim. Hakat. Lahakia. Amakia. Hakat. Araka Allah. That's my Allah. Look at Rashad. Bahashim Yahweh. The water among.
And then the angel. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
In all manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
In all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse.
The power to cleanse.
The lepers.
The lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name.
In the name
of Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big. This is to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shai. Baraklanah. Vayasha'allah. Bahabayah. Safaria. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Bahashim Yahweh Shai. The water among.
And then the angel. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless heal shield.
Bless shield.
Protect.
Protect.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
So be it.
So be it. These are the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Allahayim. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawak Yahana. Ha Alawakya. Ha Saranya. Hakwataza Yanya. Hakayayolya. Wa Ha'akwakya. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh. The water among.
And in the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Mike.
And Mike.
And the angel.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The general.
The general.
The captain. The officer.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
So be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. All right? And make sure you, if you're not familiar, just follow along. You'll get the cadence of it. Aisha, Ayanya, Ahaharia, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isari, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Ragalta, Al-Yanawan, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yigishan, Shalomah, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazal, Al-Yah, Yamika, Yamamah, Hashamat, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarah, that's like it, Wayarah, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makorah, Yashamal, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamal, Kaza'afka, Wabaka, Mayaka, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman.
And in the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He will keep it thee. He that keepeth thee
He
will
that-
not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Yahweh is thine keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thine shade.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee
The sun shall not smite thee
by day,
by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thine soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thine going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thine coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Takarat. Ra'al Tashakwat. Kayapana. Awiyabiyaka. Yahama Yawar. Lumashanayaka. Nasha Allah. Ra'at. Al-Imaka. Ya'ariyabwa. Sawa. Where you for your eye to what? Altazakawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakaki. Magolia. Wala'ah. Yasakar. Sham Yasha'ah. Iwa. Kaya. Never eye to what? La. Yakhadwa. Yakad. Rayak. Yakarafwa. Aholia. Arawam. Lumishamai Aliyah. Mama Abba. Wahagarian. Gabal. Wa'amuan. Wa'amalak. Halashah. And Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gam Ashawu. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya Lawa. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadin. Kasayasara'ah. Kayabin. Banakal. Koyashwa. Nishamadwa. Ba'ayanda Ara. Hayawa. Laman. La'adama. Shayathumwa. Nadayabawa. Ka'ira. Wakaza'aba. Wakazaba. Wakazazolmanar. Kosa Naslaki. Konasaya Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Leirashah. Lanawa. Na'awak. Alahayim. Shayathumwa. Kadogala. Lakwash. Lapanya. Rakab. Ka'ash. Sabra'ayri. Walakalahaba. Salahat. Haryam. Khan. The Radatna. Wasara'ayrika. Wabasarapafka. Sabalaham. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Walawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahab. Yabashwa. Wayabahol. Aya'at. Wayakaparwa. Wayakabadwa. Wayada'aywa. Kaya. Atha. Shamka. Yahab. Labaka. Ayawan. Alkal. Ha'aratazah. Amam.
And in the English, keep not thy silence,
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thine peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo thy enemies.
For lo thy enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thine people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said.
They have said,
Come. And let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
And that their name of Israel.
That the name of Israel.
may be no more in remembrance.
May be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarene.
And the Hagarene.
The Baal.
The Baal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur.
Ashur.
Also is joined with them.
Also is joined with them.
They have hearkened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to sincere.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kissar.
The brook of Kissar.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They become a dung for the earth.
They became a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeb.
Like Zeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Zeb.
All the princes of Zabah.
And as Zamuna.
And as Zamuna.
Who said, let us take them to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
The house of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my Yahweh. Oh my power. Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the fire burneth a wood.
As the fire burns a wood.
And as the flame set the mountain on fire.
And as the flame set the mountain on fire.
So persecute them with thine tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thine storm.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Art the most high over all the earth.
On the most high of all of the earth.
So big.
Right, these are the blessings in Hebrew. These are the curses in Hebrew. Okay. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
That's Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
In all things living.
In all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And speak against us.
And speak against us.
Thy prophet.
Thy prophet.
The teacher.
The teacher.
The prince.
The princes.
The priest.
The priest.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
The rich of Israel.
That refuse.
That refuse.
To give to the school.
To give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter to thy sanctuary.
And enter thy sanctuary.
Send evil and curses.
Send evil and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and
To
destruction.
the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And their drug
And
dealers.
their drug
The
dealers.
court
The
system.
court system.
The prison
The
system.
prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinhead.
Skinhead.
Toxicomatosis. Gay movement.
Gay movement.
Gay movement.
Gay
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
Lesbian.
The lesbian movement.
Lesbian.
Spies.
Spies.
Working to witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
Nazi space program.
Nazi space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marine.
Marine.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airway.
And the airway.
The cable access channel.
Cable access
And
channel.
the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the
of
spirit.
any black people
Any of thy people.
that seek to stop us
Seek to stop us.
and bring swift destruction
Bring swift
to
destruction.
all the evil
All the evil.
that stand in the way
Stand in the way.
or try to stop
Try to stop us.
from broadcasting your word
Broadcasting your word.
throughout the planet
Throughout
earth.
the planet.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and
Cause
from
them to go to and fro.
through the earth
Through the earth.
and consume them.
And consume
Let
them.
the plague
And the
shake
plagues.
the house of the thief
Shake the house of the thief.
and the murder.
And the
Let
murder.
them have a shot.
And the house shot.
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel.
come down with a flying saucer
Among the damned flying saucers.
and punish all the
And
evil
punish all the
that
heathens
come up against
that
us
come up against
as
us
we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Because we know
Cause it to be known
by all
by all
that is the angel
that the
that
angels
have done.
that have done it.
Because we spread
Cause we spread
through the media,
through the media
throughout the whole
throughout the
world.
whole world.
Cause me shake thy
Cause
covenant.
I'm shaking thy covenant.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be.
So be it.
Saul, which means to turn. Yeshavim means to sit. So we know this is the closing of the last day of Unleavened Bread. So we're going to go through the scriptures here of Leviticus 23. So we're going to go into Leviticus 23, and we're on the tradition is that we go through all the feast days in Leviticus 23, and this is the closing of the Day of Unleavened Bread. We're going to read it in the Hebrew first, and then we're going to read it in the English, and then we'll do some. We'll talk about certain things that goes on in each of the holy days. All right, so we're in Leviticus 23, and we're in verse 1. Leviticus 23, verse 1. We're going to read it in the Hebrew first and then in the English. Leviticus 23, verse 1. Vayidabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 2. Dabar, Al, Wanya, Yasha'al, Wa Martha, Alahayim, Alaham, Wa Ma'ayya, Yahweh, Ashar, Wa Atham, Makroa, Quadash, Allah, Hum, Wa Aija, verse 3. Shasta, Yum, Aisha, Malakaka, by Yawam, Ashabayaya, Shabbat, Makorah, Quadash, Call, Malaka, La'a, Aisha, Wa, Shabbat, Haba'a, La Yahweh, Bakal, Mawa Shabbat Yakam, verse 4. Allah, Mawa'ija, Yahweh, Makorah, Ayah, Quadash, Ashar, Fakorah, Allah, Atham, Bama, with the Aitma, verse 5. Bakadash, Hara Ashwan, Ba'ara, Aiha, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'airabyam, Hasach, Layahawah, verse 6. Waba Masha, Aishar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazah, Ha, Hamatazawaf, Layahawah, Shaba'ait, Yum, Matazawaf, Kawa, verse 7. By Yawam, Hara Ashwan, Makorah, Qudash, Yahaya, Akam, Call, Malakat, I bought her, Aisha, and that's it. We're now going to be reading Leviticus 23, verses 1 through 6.
Which ones you want? You want to use a plug-in to the speaker?
We're going to read Leviticus 23, verses 1 through 7 in the English.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast days of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feast days.
Stop right there. So we want to start off. The Most High is saying right here to speak unto the children of Israel. So this is the feast day for our culture, for our heritage, for our lineage. These are not feasts for everybody. So the Most High would have started off saying to speak to anybody and everybody. But he did. He said, speak to the children of Israel. He said, these are my feasts. So these are the feast days that the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and natives are supposed to be keeping. Go ahead.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings. Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at evening is the Lord's Passover.
Stop right there. So we tell about the Lord's Passover was a Passover that we commemorated last Saturday, and that is pretty much our Independence Day. That is the day that we should be commemorating, because that is the day that the Most High slaughtered the firstborn of Egypt and brought us out of Egypt with a mighty strong hand. And so that is our true Independence Day. It's not the 4th of July, because, we were still considered slaves from the 4th of July time. All right? So we commemorate the Passover because that is the slaughter of when the Lord slaughtered the Egyptians and brought us out of Egypt freedom. So he did it in one night. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Most High. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
So 7 days we're to eat unleavened bread, which is the closing of the days of unleavened bread tonight. We're closing it out tonight. And one of the reasons why we eat unleavened bread is because the Most High got us out of Egypt in haste. We didn't even have that time for our dough and our bread to rise. We were pushed out of Egypt. The Egyptians were so distraught and destroyed that we were just pretty much, they were crushed. And because of that, they pushed us out of Egypt. So we eat unleavened bread for 7 days to commemorate the haste that the Most High got us out of Egypt. Go ahead.
This verse 8.
Oh, yeah.
Verse 7. The first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
So last Sunday was the first day of the convocation, and we commemorate that was the first day of unleavened bread. Today is the close. All right. All right. Now we're going to be reading. We're going to be reading Leviticus 8. Leviticus 23, 8 through 14. We're going to read it in the Hebrew first, and then we will read it in the English. Okay? So Leviticus 23, 8 through 14 in the Hebrew. Leviticus 23, chapter 8. Rabtham, Ashad, Yahweh, Shabbat, Yamya, Bayawam, Hashabayaya, Makrara, Wadash, Hall, Mala Akas, Ibata, La'ah, Aishawa. Verse 9. Dabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar. Verse 10. Dabar, Al, Bunya, Yasha'ala, Martha, Alaham, Kayat, Faba'awa, Al, Ha'aratazah, Ashar, Anya, Nathan, Lakam, Wakoratazaratham, Af, Quatazayarha, Waha'atham, Af, Aymar, Ra'ashyath, Watazayarkam, Al, Hakahan. Verse 11. Waha'nayat, Af, Ha'aymar, Lapanya, Yahweh, Laratazaratham, Mamakarat, Hashabat, Yanya Panyawa, Hakan, verse 12. Aisha Yatham, Bayawam, Hanayat, come, Aymar, Kabash, Samayam, Ban, Shanafwa, La'ayla, Layahaw, verse 13. Womanachafwa, Shanya, Aisharanya, Salat, Balayala, Bashaman, Asha, Layahaw, Rayach, Nagika, Wana Saka, Yayan, Rabbi Ya'if, Hahayan, verse 14. Walakam, Wakolia, Wakaramal, La'a, Kalwa, Itazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Habayakam, Koraban, Alahayakam, Chakwaf, Iwalam, Lenarath Bakal, Meshabath and that's it. We're now going to be reading Leviticus chapter 23, and we'll be reading verses 8 through 14. in the English. And, folks, if you want to follow on in your Bibles, especially like the Blue Letter Bibles or app, to follow along.
Verse 8, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High 7 days, and the 17th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 9, and the Most High spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11, and he shall wave the sheaf before the Most High, to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12, and ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf. Verse 12, and ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Most High. Verse 13, and the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenth deals of fine flour mingled with oil.
Stop right there. Now, you know the Bible is black. Okay? It says fine flour with oil. Who cooks like that? Who cooks like that with fine flour and oil? Go ahead. Benjamin does. That's like Jamaicans, blacks, and Spanish. This shows that the Bible is black. Okay? Because other groups don't cook like that. And you can tell right here that the Most High is talking about a cookout. Okay? You know, if it was another group, it would just be light refreshments, as they would say. You have light refreshments. Okay? But this is a cookout. Okay? The Most High is talking about right here is that when Israel, they were to bring their first fruits of their crops, they would bring it, and they were supposed to bring it to the priest. And when the priest was to wave it before the Most High, it was nothing mystical here. It's almost like the same as we hold out a cup and we say, La Yasha out. It's nothing mystical here, or nothing like, mysticism, as the Christian church would like to make it. Okay, they were just presenting the first fruits to the Most High like we would present, like when we hold out our cup and say, La Yasha out. Okay, and these first fruits, of course, the priest would have it, and then, of course, they would count 50 days towards the next, which was Pentecost or Feast of Weeks. Go ahead. You start on the top 13 and go through 14.
Verse 13, and the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenth deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Most High for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, and 4 parts of an hin. Verse 14, and ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto the Most High. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
It is already actually sunset, by the way. If I can get another slide.
What is the meant by nor green ears?
Nor green ears. I'm not actually fully sure about that. I have to ask General behind it. I'm just asking on that. But I do know this has to do with the harvest. There was 2 harvests. There was the spring harvest that they had, and then they had the fall harvest. So the feast days surrounded what was like the harvest. So I know that they weren't supposed to bring anything until they gave the first fruit offering to the priest, but I'm not sure what nor green ears is. I have to ask General behind about that. All right. All right, and I make slack. You make sure you remind me sometimes I forget. All right. But it is sunset. I do want to get some people start eating. If I could get maybe just like 2 or 3 sisters, or so maybe even a brother that wouldn't mind helping, we can start. We need to start getting those generals first, and we can slack. So how many generals back there?
2.
Okay, we can get somebody. Actually, slack. I'm the dog.
Sir,
I'm gonna put you over there. If you don't mind.
which one?
You want some more? I'm gonna put you over there, just making sure with the general stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in charge of that, And if two sisters wouldn't mind volunteering, helping the brother out, and then we help a lot. And we're gonna just get, and then after we get the generals, we're gonna get the 5,000, 1,000, and then we gonna go all the way down, so people start eating the food that's already here. There is more food coming, so, but we can just get people started, all right? All right, so now we're gonna read Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23, we're going to verse 6 in the heat. So like the dog one.
Yes, sir.
And then the sister was the one that helped. Verse 9 in the English. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. Where you support from, come, mama car from, which my Shabbat, my young, my yawam, how come, Imar, wapa, Shabbat was, my young son, Yamna, verse 16, Mama Korath, Hashabat, the Saparwa, Hamashayam, Hayawam, Waha Koratham, Manakha, Hadasha, Layahawa, verse 17, Mama was Shabbat Yakam, Sabaya Awa, Wakam, Sana Wapa, Shafim, Shanya, and Shari, and Sharanyam, Salah, Sahayana, Hamatasa, Apayana, Baka warrior one, the Yahweh, verse 18, Waha Paratham, Halacham, Shabbat, Habashyam, Samayama, Bunya, Shana, Wapara, Bun, Bakwar, Aha, Wa Alam, Shanya, Yahayawa, Allah, Layaham, Wamana Hatham, Wanasakyaham, Asha, Rayach, Nayachak, Layaham, verse 18, Wa Aisha Yatham, Sha'ayar, Aizayam, Ha, Laka Ta'af, Washanya, Habashyam, Bunya, Shana, Lazabak, Shalamyam, verse 20, Wahanayat, Hakahan, Atham, Wakam, Haba Kawarian, Sana Wapa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Shanya, Kabashian, Kwadat, Yahayawa, Yahweh, Lakahan, verse 21, Wakoratham, Ba'aitazam, Yahayawam, Azab, Makora, Kwadat, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Mala'atha, Mala'akat, Salaki, Ibada, La'ath, Aishawa, Kokwath, Iwalam, Bakal, Moa Shabbat Yakam, La Darath Yakam, and that's it.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering. Seven Sabbaths shall be completed.
So this is what's going on today. As we're closing out the days of the last day of unleavened bread, we're actually starting the Feast of First Fruits, which would be starting at the close of the day, but it's the opening, which is tonight, which is the first fruits. Okay, so this is the opening, the Feast of First Fruits, and this is where they would bring the wave sheaf offering in. Okay, and then after that they would count 7 Sabbaths. Okay, 7 Sabbaths, or they would count 50 days until you get to the next feast. So the Feast of First Fruits is kind of like the opening, and you got like Pentecost, the Feast of Weeks, that's like the closing. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitation, Salaki, 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baked with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Most High, with their meat offering, and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire of sweet savory unto the Most High. Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High, with 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Most High for the priest. Verse 22. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the self same day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein, and it shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
I'm mighty. This is just for us up here. Abadal, present thyself in thy registry. You go ahead. That's fine. Right there. Abagawa, Banyam, Banyashal. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Shot. All right, we're going to continue. We're going to read Leviticus 23. We're going to reread Leviticus 23. We're going to read verses 22 through 28. We're going to read that in the Hebrew first and then in the English. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Tazar come, Tazayar, or to come, La'ah, Fakala, Pa'ah, Shaka, Tazarka, Walaquat, Tazayarka, La'ah, Falaquat, La'anya, Walagagar, Isaac, Atham, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakam, verse 23. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Musha, La'amar, verse 24. Dabar, Bunya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Wakadash, Hashabayaya, Wa'akah, Lakadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Shabbatwan, Zakarwan, Sarah, Aiha, Makorah, Kodash, verse 25. Call, Malakah, Ibadha, La'ah, Aishawa, Wahakorabtham, Asha, like Yahweh, verse 26. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Mashal, Amar, verse 27. Aishawar, Lakadash, Hashabiyaya, Hazah, Yawam, Hakamparian, Hawa'ah, Makorah, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Wa'anyatham, Napashaftakam, Wahakorabtham, Asha, La Yahweh, verse 28. Wakal, Mala'akah, La'ah, Aishawah, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Hayah, the one, Kapari, our the Kapar, our come, the Panya, and our higher come, that's it. We're going to be reading, now we're going to be reading Leviticus 23. We're going to be reading verses 22 through 28 in the English.
And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any cleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
Stop right there. So you can tell this that the Most High is, you can tell the God that we serve, because he's saying to leave stuff for the poor, leave stuff for the widow. You know, don't grab everything. You know, the oppressor, he doesn't leave us a crumb. He's very greedy. He don't leave you a crumb of anything. He takes the last of everything. Okay? But the Most High is teaching us to have a brotherly spirit that leaves stuff for that poor man, leave stuff for that person that's less fortunate. Okay? Leave stuff for them. So when you're gleaning the field, if something falls or something, don't pick it back up. Leave stuff for people. This shows the spirit that the Most High wants us to be in. Not that selfish, oppressive spirit who puts the knee on our neck to just take everything. Anything and everything, don't leave us a crumb. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation.
Okay, so that's one of the first feast days in the fall. Okay, and the spirit behind that is the gathering up. Okay, that's the spirit behind that is the gathering of the Akim together. Okay, whether it's in wartime or peace, but the spirit behind that is to gather ourselves together. Go ahead.
Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offer made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 6. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Also, on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your soul, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Now, the Day of Atonement, the spirit behind that, that's the day when we're supposed to fast. Okay, when the Most High wants us to fast for 24 hours, no food, no water, and the spirit behind that is that, you know, it pretty much help you to fight your demons. Because everybody knows that, you know, when you go without food or water, nothing else matters. All the stuff that you thought mattered, it doesn't matter. So if you can go without food or water, the Most High is teaching you that you can go and fight the demons that you have. Okay, you don't have to smoke a cigarette, you don't have to use the drugs, because if you can go 24 hours without food and water and fight and resist that, then you can resist everything else. Any type of demon that comes up to you. All right, so that's the spirit behind it. All right, go ahead.
Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
This is just for the people up here. I mind you. But thumb, present thyself in thy registry.
Thumb Shikaya, presenting thyself. Thumb Shikaya, Banya Hawala, Banya Sha'al.
But thumb Shikaya, Banya Hawala, Banya Sha'al.
Yahweh Shinal Shabbat Thumb.
Yahweh Shinal Shabbat Thumb. You shot me. now going to be reading Leviticus 23. We're going to be reading verses 29 through 35 in the Hebrew, and then we're going to go into the English. All right, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. Kaya, call, anapash, ashar, la'ad, ainab, ba'aitazam, hayawam, azab, wanakarasa, ma'anya. Verse 30. We'll call, anapash, ashar, Aisha, call, mala'akah, ba'aitazam, hayawam, call, mala'akah, la'ad, Aishawa, chakwaf, Iwalam, Ladarafyakam, Bakal, Mashabathyakam, verse 32. Shabbat, Shabbathwan, Hawa'ah, Lakam, Wa'ayin Yatham, Ah, Lashafyakam, Wafasha'aipa, Lakadash, Ma'aro, Ma'ira, Ira, Fashabathwa, Shabbathkam, verse 33. Wayadabar, Yahala, Al, Mashal, Amar, verse 34. The bar, Bunny, Yasha'ala, Amar, Bacha, Basha, Aishar, Yawam, Lachadash, Hashabayaya, Azab, Ha, Hasakawat, Hashabayat, Yamyam, Layahab, verse 35. Layawam, Ashwan, Makara, Kodash, Call, Alakas, Aibaka, La'ah, Aishawah. That's it.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29 in the English. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
All right, so it's serious business to fast on the Day of Atonement. He did, the Most High killed him. All right, it was serious business to do that. Okay, because the Most High was teaching Israel, because on the Day of Atonement, that was when he forgave Israel of all their sins. So it's really important for you to abide by what the Most High said. Use the microphone slide.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Verse 31. And ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
This shows that we should still be keeping the feast day. It says it should be a statute forever throughout your generation. The reason throughout the generation of Israel, we should be keeping these days. Okay, these days are important because it's a statute forever. The blacks, Hispanics, and natives are to be keeping these days. Not celebrating Easter, not keeping Christmas, not keeping those holidays that these heathen nations have done. Those holidays are nations of the heathen that has been put onto us in our slavery. We are supposed to be doing the days, the holy days that the Most High set up. Go ahead.
Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your soul in the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
Yes. Okay, anybody that's a 5,000, go ahead and you can go get your plate if you are 5,000. Let's do 5,000. Well, I'm sorry. We take care of Captain. Did we take care of Captain? I'm good. Oh, Captain's good? I'm good. It's well, okay. Yeah. All right, let's get the 5,000s and the 1,000s. Y'all go ahead and get a plate. Go ahead and get a plate. For 5,000 or 1,000, go ahead and get a plate. All you brothers get in line. Let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead. All you brothers, y'all go ahead and get in line. All right, go ahead. Slide.
Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 34, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. Verse 35.
Oh, so the Feast of Tabernacles, why do we keep that? We keep the Feast of Tabernacles because it commemorates us wandering in the wilderness when we left Egypt. It commemorates us wandering in temporary tents, in temporary dwellings. And guess who wandered with us? The Most High did. He was right there with us in the wilderness when we were wandering, when we were sojourning. So we commemorate that time because it brings us into remembrance of us being wanderers. Go ahead.
Verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
All right. We're going to go ahead and read. We're going to go ahead and read Leviticus chapter 23. We'll read 36 through 42 in the Hebrew. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36. Shabbat yum yum fakoryah asha Yahweh vayibam asha asham yanya makora kodash Yahaya lakam waha korabza asha Yahweh aitazar hawa call walakaf ibadha oswak ibadha la'aishawa. Verse 37. Allah wa'ayya Yahweh Ashar, Zakora, Wa, Thumb, Makora, Ya, Kodash, Lakora, Ya, Ashar, Yahweh, Allah, Woman, it's like Zabak, when a Sakla, the bar, the long, by your Wamba, verse 38, Malabad, Shabbatha, Yahweh, Wamalabad. The wasp you come, Wamalabad call, the dar you come, Wamalabad call, when the wasp you come, Ashar, Thafnala, Layahal. Verse 39. Bachama Shah, Ashar, Yawan, Bachadash, Hashabiyaya, Sakam, Sabo, Ha'aratazah, Bachabwa. Yahweh, Shabbat, Yum, by Yawam, Harashwan, Shabbatwan, Wabayawam, Hashabayaya, Hashabayawam. Verse 40. Walla Swat, Lakam, by Yawam, Harashwan, Haraya, Itasa, Hadar, Kapat. Samaria, I not, Itazah, I bas, wa I bar, the call, Shamama Kasma, Lapanya, Yahweh, Allahayakam, Shabbat, Yum, verse 41. Wacham, Afwa, Ha, la Yahweh, Shabbat, Yum, Bashana, Chakwaf, I will but the wrath will come, Bachadash, Hashabiyah. Fakagwa. So again, Fakagwa, Afwa, verse 42. Vasakat, Fashabathwa, Shabbat, Yum, call, Hazarak, Vayasha'ala, Shabbathwa, Vasakat, and that's it.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36 in the English. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Stop right there. You notice it's saying these are the feasts of the Most High. So if anything, you're going to honor the Most High. These keep his feast. You should be keeping Christmas and New Year's and Easter. That's not the Lord's feast. That's not the Most High. He said, these are my feasts. Now people say, well, I'm doing this to worship and commemorate what the Lord says. The Lord is telling you what day to commemorate or what feast day to commemorate now. So if you're going to honor the Most High, you got to keep the feast day. Go ahead. Well, I'm talking to Blacks, Hispanics, and Asians. All the other groups, do what you want. Go ahead.
To offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offering, everything upon his day. Verse 38. Beside the Sabbath of the Lord, and beside your gift, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offering, which ye shall give unto the Lord. Verse 39. Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generation. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Verse 42. Ye shall dwell in the booth 7 days. All that are Israelite born shall dwell in booths.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and read Leviticus 23. We're going to read verses 43 to 44. And then we're going to read that in the Hebrew and then in the English. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 33. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43. Lama'ayin, Yadaiwa, the Rafiakam, Kaya, Basakwa, Hawa Shabathya, Bundi Yasha'ala, Baha Watazaya Aya, Awafam, Marataza, Ma'arataza, Matazarian, Anya, Yahawa, Alahayatam. Verse 44. Wayadabar, Masha'ah, Ma'ayya, Yahawa, Bundi Yasha'ala. That's it.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43 in the English. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
Does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Anybody in the audience have any questions? All right. Your questions? Oh. All right. In that case, I money. Get shot. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to elaborate a little bit, and we can maybe go over some precepts a little bit about the importance of this day. So we know that this is the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And can somebody tell me why, or does anybody want to answer, tell me why we eat unleavened bread? Does anybody want to tell me? You know, first of all, it's symbolic. First of all, it's not, you know, we don't want you to get mystical or anything like that because, you know. All right, anybody want to answer that? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Kevin. Speak up a little bit. I just can't. Okay, so yeah, we don't eat anything with yeast in it. You know why? Anybody know why we're doing it? Anybody want to answer why? Any of the sisters want to tell me why we celebrate the day?
No,
Go ahead, sister.
we got 3 bags. We got 2 bags of big freezer and 1 of the small freezer.
Absolutely. Give her a hand. So we eat unleavened bread for 7. And if you want to look at it too, the days of unleavened bread is like the after party. if you want to think of it like, you think of Passover like the main event party, and then we got 7 days of the after party, because we were celebrating what the Most High did for us, and delivering us out of Egypt, and he just pretty much crushed Egypt. Now, what's interesting is if you think about ancient Egypt is like today, America today. So nobody back then would have thought that Egypt, because if you ask somebody today, pretty much, can America be destroyed in a night? They're going to be like, no way. America's not going to be destroyed in one night. It's too powerful. America's great. You know, it's like Babylon is great. Because America is the modern day Egypt. It's also modern day Babylon. So you got to think in the context of that time period. You got to think in the context of that time period that Egypt was on top of its game. I mean, Egypt ran whatever the known world around at that time, and for the Most High to come down and actually just destroy the economic and all the other systems of Egypt in one night, to the point where the Egyptians pushed us out and said, y'all have to go. Okay, and that's why we had to leave in haste. We had to leave in haste because the Egyptians didn't want us there. And so we had to leave in haste. And so that's why we commemorate for 7 days the days of unleavened bread and the Passover. All right? And so this is a really important time for us. And you can look at this in Exodus 12 and Exodus 13, and we'll kind of give you a little bit more detail about what was going on in Passover. Okay? And like I said, this is pretty much our Independence Day going into our new year. This is all important at this time because this is in the first month. Okay, this is our first month. It's not in the dead winter. Okay, this is our first month of what we commemorate. All right. Anybody else have any questions or comments or anything like that? As far as, go ahead, Sister in the back.
Yes, I consider the change of the age to 11 being a sin in your life.
Go ahead, say. I couldn't really.
Would you consider the change with, you said 11, we had to get out because we didn't let couldn't let the bread rise because of haste. But it seemed like I don't want to say the New Testament, it's more like leaven is considered like a sin. You know, a little leaven makes the whole loaf bad. You understand what I'm saying? So
You're saying the symbol behind it?
yes, it changed, it seemed.
So, I don't want to say it changes per se. I think it would depend on the context. Because let me give you an example. Paul, I think was in Galatians 6. He was saying a little leaven leavens the whole lump, but he was using that in context because Yahushua was using it as a form of doctrine. So remember, he said, "Beware of the leaven of the scribes and Pharisees," and in that context, he was talking about their doctrine. So I think it would depend on the context of the scripture when they're talking about something, or when it comes to leaven or something unleavened, if that makes sense. Paul was talking about, in that scripture, he was talking about the influence can cause pretty much the whole congregation to be influenced. So he was using what leaven does, because leaven does cause something to rise and puff up. But then in another scripture, Yahushua was using it as a form of doctrine. You know, beware of the leaven of the scribes and Pharisees. That's an excellent question. In this context, it's talking about us leaving out in haste. In this context, Galatians 5:9, we'll read it.
No, basically what you said was right. You know what I mean? And just like you said, what he was saying was explaining that just a little sin can ruin the whole organization. You understand? So he was using the leaven as a metaphor. So just a little bit of sin can destroy the whole structure of anything. Just like when we see all of these, like take the Black Panthers and everybody else that came before, they fell because all of them had something. First off, they weren't following the Most High.
Right.
Following the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. And not following law, statutes, and commandments is going to make anything fall. You understand? And since 1969, we've been teaching that. And just like you use that leaven, a little bit of that leaven, a little bit of any other doctrine can destroy the whole thing. And all of them had a different doctrine. You understand?
Sister is not having some food. Go ahead and get some food. I know I'm seeing a couple. So if I can get y'all attention for 1 second, I can over there. Can I get y'all attention? I want to give a hand. Can we please give a hand for the sisters that are over here serving and really that cooking meals and really to give a shout out for Washington for really helping out here. And so water for all of that. Please make sure you get a plate, sisters, before I go over there. So I can
Go,
do it yourself, please. Is there any other icon that didn't get a plate? We'd like to get some. The sisters over there that need help to serve, make sure y'all get a plate for yourselves. Because we're gonna start the prayers here and probably select the sisters. We're gonna start the prayers here in probably like a few minutes. So we want y'all to have your plates before we start the prayer. All right. Any other questions or comments or concerns concerning the days of Unleavened come?
Salaki, when it talks about no servile work, when it talks about no servile work, some people assume that no servile work is that we can't work, like, we can't work on that day. Yeah, when it says no servile work.
Yeah, no servile work means we are not to work. You understand? But if you have a job that requires you to work, you have to work. You have to get your bills paid. You understand? But if you have power, you understand? If you have a business, your business is not operating unless
And to add to that, the commandment was really, if you look at the commandment, it was talking to employers to give them employees a rest. So if you have a business on then you are to have your employees take off, and you are not to make your employees work. And that's why it talks about your man shalom, on Christ. And that's why I talk about your manservants and your maidservants. So I don't want go ahead and get yourself a plate too, sir. So it talks about like your manservants, your maidservants. So this was talking to the employers as well. All right. Any other questions, comments, or concerns regarding the feast day and the sisters? All right. And sisters over there that serve, please make sure you get yourself a plate. We're going to start these prayers. Come. All right. And with that, this is just the people up here. I invite you.
Yasha'Allah.
Want to buy one? Good. I got one. This is for all the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Imayim, which means to stand. Imayim, this is for all the men of Israel. Imayim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare
to salute the Torah.
Jehovah, Bashem, Yasha, Rakia. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Yah.
All right.
Wait a minute, young man. Wait a minute. Minus, cut one of the brothers down and help these little brothers. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Yah. Get that brother. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Yah. Get that brother. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Yah. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Yah.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Yah. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Yah.
All right, this is for everybody. This is for everybody. I minor, which means to stand.
All right? Wapanyat, Hakwadam, which means rise and face the east. We're going to be reading the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, then in the English. The Lord's Prayer, Abanah.
Abanah.
Shabbat Shabbat.
Shabbat Shabbat. Wadah. Hayah. Shukah. Yahweh. Malak Malak. Taba'ah. Zayik. Hayah. Asha. Baratiza. Kawak. Hayah. Ashmai. Lathumdanah. Lakam. Lakam. Yulam. Raslak now. Lawak now. Raslak now. Lawak now. Mala'ah. The Aino. What I say, a ball. I say now. Mayan. Ra. Hayah. Lakam. Malakwa. Waha'al. Waha'al. Ayah. Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power and the glory, forever so be.
This is the Hakat, the power, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem, Yahweh Shah.
Bahashem Yahushua.
Baba Kusha.
Baba Kusha. The thunder now. A cop. A cop. Arba'a. Call Karala. The call Manawa. A cop. That's a hawk. That's a right. The cop. The hockey. The maki. The cop. Arkan walk. Under the olive. Like a shot. By shimmy outside. The water I'm on.
And in the end, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh,
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh,
give us the power.
give us the
The
power.
power that is
Sickness.
in all manner of disease.
And all power. Clean spirit. In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the name of Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh,
thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is the blessed Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahweh.
Baraklanah.
Baraklanah.
Vayisha'al.
Vayisha'al.
Bahabayah.
Bahabayah.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magan.
Magan. Magan.
Bahashim Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahweh. The water I'm on.
And in the end, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh,
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh.
bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel. And the school.
Bless and keep blessed.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal. Shield. Protect.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Here's the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Allah.
Wa Allah Hayy.
Wa Allah Hayy.
Matazab Yahweh.
Matazab Yahweh.
Allah Wak Yahana.
Allah Wak Yahana.
Allah Wak Yahana.
Allah Wak Yahana.
Hasaranyam.
Hasaranyam.
Hakutazayanyam.
Hakutazayanyam.
Hakayayoyam.
Hakayayoyam.
Waha'akwakam.
Waha'akwakam. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh. The water I'm on.
And in the end, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh.
And Yahweh.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Command General Yahweh.
Command General Yahweh. The generals.
Captains.
Officers. Troops.
And
And assistants.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is Psalms 121. Aisha.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahaharya.
Ahaharya.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Izar.
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 Ma'ai.
Ma'ai.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha. Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Aratiza.
Aratiza.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regal.
Regal.
Ayamawam.
Ayamawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Ana.
Ana.
La'ab.
La'ab.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ab.
Wala'ab.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shalamar.
Shalamar.
Yasha'ab.
Yasha'ab. Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka. Yahweh.
Zazalka.
Zazalka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Yamika.
Yamika.
Yamamam.
Yamamam.
Hashemah.
Hashemah.
La'ab.
La'ab.
Yamika.
Yamika.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Halayilah.
Halayilah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Nakorra.
Nakorra.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Rukulaka.
Rukulaka.
Ma'itha.
Ma'itha.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Awalam.
Awalam.
Amam.
Aman.
And then the end, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thine,
He that
Keepeth
keepeth
thee,
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth
will
Israel
not slumber nor sleep.
shall not slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thine keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thine shade.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Upon thine right hand.
Upon thy right hand,
The sun shall not smite thee.
the sun shall not smite thee
By day.
by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
From all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thine soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thine going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thine coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth.
from this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it.
This is Psalms 83. Alahai.
Alahai.
Al-Damayamaka.
Al-Damayamaka.
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Fashakwat.
All of us are quiet.
Al
Ah.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awiyabika.
Awiyabika.
Yahawayawan.
Yahawayawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Nashawa.
Nashawa.
Ra'ah.
Ra'ah.
Al-Aimaka.
Ai-Amaka.
Ya'Irayamu.
Ya'Irayamu.
Sawa.
Sawa.
Wayatazawa.
Wayatazawa. Tazawa.
Others are Odamaka.
Tazawa.
Amara.
Amara.
Makala.
Makala.
Wanakaki.
Wanakaki.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'ah. Yasakar.
Yasakar.
Sham Yasha'ak.
Sham Yasha'ak.
Aywa.
Aywa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'atazawa.
Nawa'atazawa.
La.
La.
Yakaba.
Wayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarafwa.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Washamai Aliyam.
Wishai Aliyam.
Waba'aba.
Waba'aba.
Wabagari.
Wabagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Hadashak.
Hadashak.
Anishak.
Anishak.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nawawak.
Nawawak.
Aimam.
Aimam.
Hayawak.
Hayawak.
Zarawak.
Zarawak.
Labayyalawak.
Labayyalawak.
Salat.
Salat.
Aisalaham.
Aisalaham.
Kamadi.
Kamadi.
Kasigasa
Kasayasara'ah.
Kayabi.
Kayabi.
Wanakal. Kwayashma.
Kwayashma.
Hashamadwa.
Hashamadwa.
Ayanda Ara.
Ayanda Ara.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Adama.
Adama.
Shayatamba.
Shayatamba.
Nidayabwa.
Nidayabwa.
Ka'ira.
Ka'ira.
Because of Abba.
Because of Abba.
Because of Bak.
Because of Bak.
Because of Zolmana.
Because of Zolmana.
Let us say Kamba.
Come say, come.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amara.
Amara.
Layrashah.
Layrashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya. Alahaya.
Shayatamba.
Shayatamba.
Kagaba. Wash.
Wash.
Lapanya Laka.
Lapanya Laka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Of every art.
Kalahaba.
Lahat.
Lahat.
Hariam.
Hariam.
Khan.
Khan.
Waradatna.
Waradatna.
Wasa'agrica.
Wasa'agrica.
Wasa'pasca.
Wasa'pasca.
Kabalaham.
Kabalaham.
Wala'ad.
Wala'ad.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
We have a question.
We have a question.
Shakar.
Shakar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahashua.
Yahashua.
We have a Hola.
We have a Hola.
Ayai.
Ayai.
We have a Parwa.
We have a Parwa.
We have a Badwa.
We have a Badwa.
We have a Iowa.
We have a Iowa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Athar.
Athar.
Shankar.
Shankar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labaka.
Labaka.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Akal.
Akal.
Arakazai.
Arakazai.
Aman.
Aman.
And then the Yankees. Keep not thine silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thine peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thine people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thine hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said,
Come.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That thy name.
That thy name
Of Israel. May be no more remembered.
May be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And
And
Ammon.
Ammon.
And
And Amalek.
Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
And Shur also is joined with
And Shur is joined with them.
They have conquered the children of Lot.
They have broken the children of Lot.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the book of Kasam.
At the brook of Kasam.
Which perished at Endor.
And perished at Endor.
They become a dung for the earth.
They become a dung in the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their noses like a rag.
And like Jed.
And like Jed.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Zabah.
All of the princes of Zabah.
And as Zamuna.
And Zamuna.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take it to the house
Of Yahweh in possession.
of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burnt the wood.
As the fire burnt the wood.
As the flame set up. As the flame set up the mountain.
As the flame sets the mountain on fire.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Let their faces with shame.
Let their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled
in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the most high over all the earth. So be it.
These are the curses. Blessed you, Yahweh.
Blessed you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth,
And all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh.
and name Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses,
Punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathens
That speak against us.
that speak against us,
Like
like prophets,
The
the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school.
Send evils and curses.
To evils and curses,
And punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathens, and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel
That refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school,
Force their riches.
to enter thy sanctuary,
To evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction
To the Edomites.
and to the nations,
And
and drug dealers, court systems, prison systems, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, gay movement, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of our people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh shine. Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Let it be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause the shaking that coming. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you always. So big.
Sister Jashab, which means sit. This concludes the service.
We're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Sorry. Men of Israel, Mayim Shabbat, Amayim, Shabbat, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yasamatah. Star, which means the turn. Sisters, Mighty. We're going to salute the sisters. Amaya, men of Israel, Amaya, Amaya Shabbat, Amaya, Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem Yahushua.
Yazamatah,
Anybody that wants to get any brothers first that wants to get anointed, please step up. And then we'll do this.
Amen.
And,
What's up, little buddy?
Number one.
How you feeling, man?
You up there? You up there with you? That's 5,000, right? What's up? Okay.
No. About to get annoyed.
All right, go. You give it up to that.
Okay. Turn it down.
That's how you step like that.
Tell him come.
Hey, come, sir. Military, sharp, keep it like that. You're.
Tell him come.
All right. Spread up. All we got. Like you eat a whole lot. Anybody else want to be anointed? Any brothers? Any brothers back there? Just the brothers up here will repeat after me. You want some more cheese? Just the brothers will repeat after me. Anointed prayer. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yashamaraka.
Yashamaraka.
All your power.
All your power.
For Yahweh.
For Yahweh.
All your power.
All your
For your
power.
construct. All your power. For Yahweh. All your power. For your Shemla.
Shalom.
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 Yahweh. Yahweh Shai. Barak. Magan. Next up, top.
Yeah, about one.
Yeah.
You think you slick with that? Me.
Come on.
I gotta bring it back, baby.
Just a minute, baby, repeat after me. Ya Baraka Yahweh.
Ya Baraka Yahweh.
Ya Shamaraka.
Wa Shamaraka.
Ya Ar Yahweh.
Ya Ar Yahweh.
Ya
Yahweh.
Al
Al
Ya Kunka.
Wa Yakunka.
Ya Sha'an Yahweh.
Ya Sha'an Yahweh.
Ya
Yahweh.
Al Wa Yashamaka.
Wa Yashamaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashir.
Bashir.
Yabushah.
Yabushah.
Barak.
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 Bagan.
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 A warrior.
A warrior.
A warrior.
A warrior.
A
A warrior.
Sawakiana.
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 Saparia.
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 Saparia. Shim Yabushah.
Shim Yabushah.
The water one.
Water one.
Any of the sisters that would like to be anointed, please go ahead and step up right here. Any sister would like to be anointed.
This is an Israelite tradition. He's here. This is like tradition right here, right? Yeah, let's keep our tradition going.
Come on, come.
Everybody understand that, right?
Come.
All right? Just the brothers up here is going to repeat after me. You'll see your name 3 times. Like that. Ya Baraka Yahweh.
Ya Baraka Yahweh.
Wa Yashamaraka.
Shamaraka.
Ya Ar Yahweh. Pan Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Al Yahweh.
Al Yahweh.
Wa Yakanka. Wa Sha'al Yahweh. Pan Yahweh. Al Yahweh. Wa Yashamaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Wa Hashem. Yahushua. Barak. Pagan. Naisha.
Barak. Barak.
Shakari Kebab. Latoria. What's your name?
Kamaya.
Rakwana. Hashem Yahushua. What are my The English translation, what we just said was, Most High bless thee and keep thee. Most High make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Most High lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Most High, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, protect everyone we just named. Right? Get a drink.
Hey, get a drink.
You want, DJ? You know how to shut down.
This is the in street.